Welcome back everyone. In this lesson we are going to talk about page formatting. So we are going to discuss about page formatting. So what are the things we need to format a page, HTML page? So what are those things we need to format HTML page? So we are going to talk about the new paragraph. Okay, so adding a new paragraph. So how would you add a new paragraph? But before I can show you how to add a paragraph to your HTML page, which is very simple though, I want to tell you about paragraph, which is paragraph tag is usually a block of text which always start on a new line. Okay, so paragraph tags is usually a block of text which always start on a new line, just like your paragraph in your when writing your letter, or when doing your English sentence. Okay, so the way you put your paragraph up there is still the same with the HTML. Okay, so that is what paragraph is. So I want you to know that paragraph is a block level element. Okay, so paragraph are block level element. What do I mean by block level element? Block level elements are elements that spans the full width of your browse of your HTML document. So when you preview it on your browser, it spans the full width of the page on your browser. Okay, so those are block level elements. So we will see paragraph in action here. So I have already created a paragraph here, which I did this way. Let me show you. By doing p tag, you open a tag, then like this, then it automatically closes it in Visual Studio. Okay, so one way you can do it. Another way you can do it is to do p like this and press enter. Okay, so that is that about creating a paragraph. Okay, it's pretty simple. Okay, so let's see how our paragraph looks like on the browser. So let me save and preview in my browser. Okay, so this is how the paragraph looks like. You can see it looks like the paragraph on your note, on your letter. Okay, so it's the same, it's pretty much the same. Okay, so that is what paragraph is, and that is how to add a new paragraph to your page. Okay, so the next topic we are going to talk about is line break. Okay, so adding a line break to your HTML page. Okay, but before I show you how to add a line break to your HTML page, I'll first of all describe what a line break is. So what is a line break? A line break tag produces a line break in text. Okay, so the line break is a tag that produces a line break in text. It is useful for writing a poem or an address where the division of line is significant. Okay, so this is an example of a poem. So you can see the line break work in action like this. Okay, so this is how it looks like. BR here means break. Another BR here means break. So after this sentence, it is gonna break. It is going to break here. So after this sentence again, it is going to break here. Okay, so that is how line break works. So let me show you how it looks like in my browser. Okay, so you can see how it looks like. And then the day came, comma, then I broke it here. You can see BR, so it has been broken here. So when the risk again break, you can see that to remain tight, break again. So that is how line break looks like. Let me quickly break this line for you, and you would see it took to blossom. So it took, I want to break it here again, and this is how I would do it. Break, and I would save and refresh. Its took has been broken. Okay, and to blossom, just like that. So that is how line break work. So the next one I'm going to talk about is the blank space. Okay, so inserting a blank space. So how would you insert a blank space into your HTML document? So before I insert a blank space, I will first of all tell you that a blank space I inserted to an HTML page with non-breaking space entity. So what is the non-breaking space entity? This is the code for non-breaking space entity. Okay, so this is actually the preview of our previous lesson, so I don't want you to see this as what is here now. So let me show you what it looks like now. Okay, so I will do this and preview, and you will see how it looks like. So you can see that this has a space inside of this place. So this is actually a blank space, you can see, and then the day came, comma, you can see the space. So instead of you to use your space bar, you can actually use the blank space code to create a blank space into your HTML document. Okay, so that is that about blank space. So the next one we are going to talk about is preformatted text. Okay, so preformatted text. What is preformatted text? Okay, preformatted text is an HTML tag that represents preformat text, which is to be presented exactly as written in HTML file. Okay, so would you want your HTML code to look exactly the way, as in you want it to look, your HTML code to look the way it looks inside your code editor? Like you want it to look exactly like that, like you want the space, the everything to look exactly like that. Come, this is what I'm talking about here. You can see it here. We can see the pre as the tag for preformatted text. Okay, so this pre tag has this you can see it has this dummy text inside of it, and it also has another kind of text that is being designed. So what I'm trying to tell you now is that this preformatted text would be formatted just exactly the way it looks here, like this. Okay, so if I should preview this in my browser, and you would see that it looks exactly like that. You can see this is the first dummy text, which is the lorem ipsum. Okay, so and after that you have the second preformatted text like that. So this the essence of this preformatted text is to preview it is to preview your text the way you formatted it inside your HTML document. Okay, so that is how the preformatted text work. Okay, so the next one we are going to talk about is the page background color. Okay, so how would you change a page background color? Okay, let me show you this. Okay, we have a page now, and I want you to know that we can actually do this in different ways. Okay, but the simplest way or the fastest way you can do this without writing your CSS is to use your BG color, just like this. Okay, so let me show you how it looks like in my browser. Okay, so this is how the page looks like. So it has a background color of ash C. Okay, so let me change this to EEE, and that's a color code. That this code I'm calling EEE is actually a color code. So let me save it and show you this. You can see it is a bit lighter. Okay, so if we want it to be dark, like we want a black background, we can actually do O, just like this, and let's see how it looks like. Okay, so we don't actually want this black because we don't want to touch the text. We want the text to show. So that is actually that's the reason why we are going to use hash CCC. Okay, so that is that about changing the background color. So how would you do that? You are actually going to put bg color equals, so this bg color is actually an attribute of body tag. Okay, you are going to put it inside your body tag, and you are going to put the value of the bg color that you want inside the bg color. Okay, so that is that about page background color. The next one we are going to discuss about is the div element. Okay, so what is the div element? The div element is defined as a division or a section in an HTML document. Anytime you want to divide a section in your HTML document, I would recommend you to use a div element or a div tag. Okay, the essence of the div element is to divide. Okay, it's divide a section in your HTML document. So it's actually a container for the flow content. It's a container for the content you want to put inside of your HTML of your HTML page. Okay, so div is also a block level element. Okay, just like paragraph is also a block level element, which means it spans through your HTML page. It spans through the width of your HTML page. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. If I should preview this div element now, you would see how it looks like. You can see here that it is just like it is straightforward. Okay, so I think we've discussed about the break tag. Okay, so let me show you how to use the break tag here so that our div elements can look good. Okay, so if I should refresh this, you can see that there is a space in between the div elements now, because we've been able to use this break tag. Okay, there are a lot of ways you can do this. You can use your padding in CSS and all that. You would get there. I just want you to know that there are some page formats elements that you can use conveniently in your when building your website. Okay, so that is that about this lesson. I will see you in the next lesson. Thanks for watching this video. Send your questions and subscribe for more lessons like this.